To pleasure came from within, spread out for sure. My creativity is a power to reckon with. I believe in true love and that the good will conquer all. And I am here with a purpose and a mission. Breathe in, breathe out, let your little light shine. Oh yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, love and light your way. Yeah, yeah. I believe humanity can be greater as we see that we are breaking the 3 cardinal laws. Do no harm to myself, do no harm to others, do no harm to our precious Mother Earth. Do no harm to myself, do no harm to others, do no harm to our precious Mother Earth. Gonna be kind to myself, gonna be kind to others, gonna be kind to our precious Mother Earth. Gonna be kind to myself, gonna be kind to others, gonna be kind to my precious Mother Earth. Breathe in, breathe out, let your little light shine. Oh yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, love and light your way. Yeah, yeah. Do no harm to myself, do no harm to others, do no harm to our precious Mother Earth. I am love.
Welcome, beautiful, powerful, loving, gracious women of the world. My name is Heidi Little, and I am happy to be producing the Power of Love tour and this beautiful broadcast for International Women's Day 2026. It is a unprecedented moment of change, transformation, challenge, arising, steadfast hearts, boots on the ground, hearts in action, hand to hand, soul to soul, heart to heart, as we move into the world, knowing that there are others along with us who are standing in solidarity across the planet for what is good and for what is right. So, I am happy to introduce Grandmother Shannon Crossbear, our first guest on today's program. Grandmother Shannon Crossbear has held the line with me for 14 years with International Children's Month for love, care, and respect for all the children on earth. And as we know right now, they need us more than ever before, now that we know. So, Shannon, I would love it if you could please bring us into the space with a prayer and a blessing for the women of this world. Would you be so kind? Oh,
So I'm going to speak a few words in my language because that helps me, and then I'll let everybody know what I have said. Okay.
perfect.
Chimigwech manido nokomis mishnomish beanaben gindamas wabagonis. Anin indue magadak. Diadik Jesus. Wabagonis nikij dekaz. Anamiki waji Donjaba, Hovland, Donjaba Nongum, Makwa Dodam, Miwe. So basically, I just wanted to say greetings to all of you. Good evening, my relatives, and to introduce myself in my language and let you know where I'm from. I am Lake Superior Ojibwe Ikwe, a Lake Superior Ojibwe woman, an Irish woman. I live on my homelands right now in northern Minnesota on Lake Superior. And I just want to welcome everybody here tonight to kind of share. We're in this circle of sharing and setting that intention for today and I asked the grandmothers and the grandfathers to come and look down upon us and to help us for those that came before us, those ancestors that came before us that did everything they could be so that we could be in this moment right now. And I ask that we think and speak and carry in our hearts for those generations to come, for those 7 generations that are coming, for the ones that are yet to be here. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I just want everybody to get into their own space of and power of our feminine, our womanhood, the ways that we are moving and changing and birthing and nurturing all of our relatives on this planet. Not just the 2-legged, but our 4-legged, our winged ones, our waters, our tree nations, our swimmers and our crawlers, and just really thinking about all that we're inviting in to be a witness to this time. And hopefully the conversation that we have will all add to the change that is happening now. So, Chimigwech, Heidi.
Explore the power of love today. And we're going to explore who each person is on this panel and why they do the work that they do. I felt that it was really important at this time for women everywhere to get some support, for us to understand that no matter where we're coming from in our background and our history, we have a voice, we have a choice, we have an energetic signature, we have our own understanding of the world. We are moms and dads and sisters and brothers and aunties and uncles and nieces and nephews and children, and our hearts are good. Our people are good, and we deserve a good world for the present and future generations. So, without further ado, Shannon, I'm going to start with you, okay? So, we want to know who you are and what you do in the world and why you do it. And then, after we hear that from you, I'm going to ask you what the power of love means to you, okay? Tell us, who are you and what do you do in the world and why?
A mother, a grandmother, a great grandmother to 6, soon to be 7. I am a beautiful, powerful, spiritual woman whose purpose it is to utilize my spirit, my strength, my determination, and my experience in order to both demonstrate and promote gentle healing in this world so that we can live in a world of unity and wholeness. And what I do in the world is all based on what that purpose is. And so sometimes that shows up in working quite a bit with trauma. I'm doing a lot right now in the world of healing generational trauma, tapping into generational resilience that my people have, and bringing that to the wider world. So anything that has to do with mending the sacred hoop of humanity. And I think that's what's so important is that there is not just one way, but all of the ways that need to come to bear, all of our ancestral knowledge from all the different directions. And so anything that has to do with that, and it shows up, and it can show up in storytelling, and it can show up um, healing circles and ceremony, and it can show up um, in my neighborhood um, and in my backyard. So that's kind of it there, Heidi.
I love it. And what does the power of love mean to you?
Well, I think we often think about love. I live in the world, I've lived in the world of acronyms forever, as most of us have. Depending on where you've been, there's always got to be a language they develop around it. And it usually has to do with how can we shorten words and use them as acronyms, right? And so um, I think I should join them. So I have an acronym for love because I think the thing is that love is a feeling and love is an action. And so when I look at the word love and I think about it, I think it really requires listening to understand, not listening to respond, listening to understand, the L. O is offer. Offer what it is that you have to offer. We all have something to offer. Ask permission for that offering, but then offer to others what it is that you came here to give. And V for validate. Validate somebody else's experience, right? May not be the same as yours, but it's valid. It's theirs, it's valid. And then E for empathize. Empathize, and by that I don't mean, a lot of times people say empathize means that you walk in another's shoes. No, you share shoes. That's empathy, right? It's not stepping in and stepping out. It's sharing in that experience and and truly being empathetic in that response. So when I think about love, that's some of the things that come to my mind, Heidi.
Thank you so much for everything that you do in the world, everything you've done with me. We've been through a lot of platforms, a lot of social impact projects together, a lot of work for the children, and it fell on deaf ears sometimes, And now it's time for the arising of the voices that are not heard, and the things are coming to the light for us to be able to help heal. So I just want to thank you for everything that you have put into this lifetime that I know of. I honor and respect you very much, and happy International Women's Day, Shannon
Thank you.
Crossbear. May you continue to be blessed in a good way, always. Yes? Yes. Fantastically beautiful. All right, my friends. I'm going to move on to Tess Cacciatore. Hope I said it right. How are you, my friend?
You said
Welcome.
it perfectly.
Okay,
I always
amazing.
say, think of chicken cacciatore. So
Yeah, it's beautiful last name. I love it. It's beautiful.
thank you.
Beautiful woman, beautiful name.
Oh,
All
thank
right,
you.
Tess. So you're coming to us from the Global Women's Empowerment Network, yes? CEO
Yes,
and founder, transforming lives through the power of storytelling. Oh, wonderful that you just came after Grandma Crossbear. She loves some
I know.
storytelling.
It's so
Perfect.
beautiful. Thank you so much, Grandmother Crossbear, because what you said was so resonating with me. So you want me to tell you about who I am and what I do? As you just mentioned, I am the CEO and founder of Global Women's Empowerment Network. We started in 2012, and before that, starting in 1992, I was World Trust Foundation's founder and CEO as well, executive director. And what was starting back then was something that I'm so happy about. Heidi, you and I were talking about that earlier today, is that back then we were really wanting to put forward collaboration rather than competition in the nonprofit arena. And it was really hard through the 90s. And even the early parts of the new century, that people weren't wanting to play together in the same sandbox. So I'm really excited that we're here together in unity. Thank you for bringing us all together, and that we're working together in collaborative ways to bring a lot of beautiful projects, companies, organizations, visions together. I think we're at a crossroads, which is really beautiful right now. I think we really are seeing so much darkness in our world, but with us shining our light, we're going to come together and make a difference in a beautiful way. So, what I do as a storyteller, and through that, I've been in the entertainment industry for decades. I'm a director, I'm a producer, editor, anything to do with short films, documentaries, feature films, TV series. We're now taking one of our TV series and putting it into the vertical world. It's all about storytelling and how can we build bridges? How can we bring together the unity of storytelling? And through the Global Women's Empowerment Network, I have the Reveal to Heal program, which is really important, that I feel like all of us have a story to share. Every story is so important to be able to really share it in a deep way. So we do safe workshops. We have healing for trafficked people, survivors, and trauma, domestic violence, homelessness, a lot of the things that Grandmother Crossbear mentioned today. So I'm really excited that we can all do this. I have a feeling that as the evening goes on, we're going to have a lot of synergies. So I'm really excited about that. And then one last thing, I'm in the beautiful blessing to create Yumi's Universe, which is a character that came to me in 2024 in August. It's a children's book, but we've also done music videos. We've won some awards. We have books out there, music, and it's building a whole community for children to really come together, bridging cultures and creating a message of peace. So you can go out there and look at yumisuniverse.net and check out the beautiful characters that are animated by Joel Christopher Payne, and join us. We're building a Yumi's University for education. So all of you that have curriculum, all of you that have program, music, songs, we're really excited about bridging cultures and to expand that brand.
I really appreciate that. And the emergency siren in the background brought more
I know.
here to exactly what you're talking about. This is literally what we're talking about. We are in the middle of something, of beautiful people creating beautiful things, and then this completely crazy other side of the world, right?
And I live in a very quiet neighborhood, so I was thinking, I hope they don't hear the siren. But you know what? I'm glad that you did, because it really is a wake-up call that we have so much going on in the world and we get to do this together.
Yes, and we do. And here's the thing,
Yes.
like, the strength of the unity in the room and with the people that we are reaching. This is how movements are built. This is how laws are changed. This is how we take back the power as a people with our solutions and our tools. Something as simple as storytelling and active, generous listening changes lives, literally, when we're open to hearing other people's understandings and perspectives. So both you and Shannon, just bringing more light to that story. And
And
Yumi's,
changing laws too.
yes, exactly. And
Yes.
so Yumi's Universe
Mhm.
is a children's program you created,
Yes.
and it is online and available for people to share with their children right now, correct?
Yes, we have a little kiddos book, which is around age 4 to 8. It's called The Keepers of the Garden of Peace. And it's a really beautiful story of a Japanese girl who goes and travels around the world with her. There's some more beautiful noise sounds to celebrate too. So she travels with her obishan, which is grandmother in Japanese, and she goes to these cultural places, a lot of the UNESCO heritage sites, and she meets these friends along the way that are actually a giraffe from South Africa and an elephant from India and a panda bear from China and a Australian koala bear. So through these animals, and Yumi is this Japanese girl, it expands much beyond. I could talk about it all night long, so I'll cut that short. But yeah, Yumi's Universe has 2 books out and many short videos and films and music and art.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And then what does the power of love mean to you?
So as Grandmother Crossbear said, love is such a big word, and to me, I feel like it's almost overused to the extent. But when I hear the words "power of love" together, to me, that is absolutely everything. There's so much power about us coming together. There's so much power of us being able to have the courage to stand up for others. That's a really big piece of my life. I'm really much a social impact activist. I've gone to dangerous places around the world to be able to tell stories of people that don't have the voice to tell it. And that is the power of love, to be in unity, to be in service of humanity. And I really encourage everybody out there that's listening and feels resonating to our stories to join us and join the Power of Love movement. And Hubcast too. I have to mention Hubcast because I am a content creator, a coordinator. So anybody that has great content for Hubcast, I need to put a shout out to beautiful Delan and Peter Young.
Yeah, they're our sponsors for this broadcast, so we love them very much.
Yes,
Thank you to
yes.
Hubcast, absolutely. Tess, thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you. We're going to come back to circle around here after listening to a couple other people, and I just want to thank you for your journey. I know you're all of us in this room have experienced very much challenges, and I wanted to talk about those towards the end of the thing and how we came out of those. I think it's the story you're for our audience out there, you're literally witnessing women who have risen through great challenges in their own lives, in their own personal lives, their own financial and business lives. And they are sitting here in front of you to this day as reinvented selves who have been forged in the flames of challenges. And so I just want everybody to know the people in this room have really, really worked very, very hard over the last, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years of their lives to be sitting here with us today. And so I just want to acknowledge that because y'all mean a lot to me, and what you're doing in the world means a lot to me too. So
And
thank
we
you.
can all be phoenixes rising out of the ashes.
We are. This is a Warriors Planet. Let's go. We're doing the thing, and we're here
Woo!
to support each other. Hallelujah.
Yes. Thank
All
you,
right.
Heidi, so much for putting this together.
I love you. Thank you for attending. I
Love you.
appreciate you very much. Okay. All right. Vanessa Breyer, I'm calling you to the forefront, my friend.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Perfect. Thank you.
Woman can put up 150 houses in a couple of days. She can knock out anything we need to do when it comes to what's typically a masculine led world, and
Mhm.
and she is rocking it on every level. So Vanessa, please tell us who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
My name is Vanessa Breyer. I am the oldest of six children, and I have three sons from the age of 32 down to 14. A grandmother of 2-year-old and one on the way that's due in July, another boy. Um, so I'm a builder of trade. I'm a third generation, and I have a past background of building residential and got into commercial and construction as well. Did concrete and asphalt and all the hard surfaces. So yeah, it's definitely a man's world, but I could definitely be a lady and dress up and go out and have a really nice dinner as well.
Uh-huh. I've seen it.
So
Why do
it's
you do it? Why do you do it? Why are you why do you do the work you're doing in the world? And then you can get into the Power of Love tour too and a little bit of the work we're doing, and
right.
why you're because you have a history of traveling to different places and doing mission work and other kinds of things.
Mhm.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we I want to say about 10 years ago we purchased a very large boat, and we were like, we're going to go to all these different orphanages all over the world and with this boat, and we're going to do what we do and then go fishing. So a lot of it's not that easy. But
Mm-hmm.
going to different parts of the world like Brazil and Cambodia and Mexico, where it was they're open freely, where you could just pretty much walk in pray for the babies and play with them and ask them what they need and load up the refrigerators and their closets full of clothes and material and new bathrooms and batteries and wells and plant trees. And so it was just a great, humble experience. And I want to do more. I really want to do more. And I've asked for this calling for 10 years now, and to be able to continue to serve and to build, homes for veterans or for people that are aging out of orphanages. And it's what I do and I love, and I love to see the transformation of people having something and being inspired to go out there and work for their families, or to have a roof over their head, or be able to have affordable living, to where we just work for our paychecks and work for these homes, and you don't have to be a slave to your home. you know and so having those smaller homes, I've just met so many people that have been able to sell their homes, go into smaller homes, and be able to get out there in the communities and be able to give back and to help people.
I love it. Yeah. Building homes. Power of Love tour is ending homelessness, the opioid crisis, murdered and missing women, child trafficking are 4 major areas that our donation code that everybody's going to see at the end of this broadcast goes directly to. And we have a full setup for all of this. And Vanessa has so graciously come on board with her skill set to help us knock out these communities and retrofit different things in major cities and in remote areas as well. And Vanessa, so if I was to ask you what the power of love means to you, what would you say?
To me, it signifies a commitment to viewing the world through a lens of compassion and empathy and unconditional positive regarding, even at the face of conflict and negativity. Um, that's what it means to me, and having the tools for healing.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. That's a beautiful answer. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, I want to thank you for your compassionate heart and for joining we on something that is desperately needed. We have like 56,000 homeless people in almost every major city right now in some way. Half of those are apparently children. And that is scary and alarming and sad. And everybody deserves a home. Everybody deserves clean water, fresh food, clean air, And so this is what we're standing up for. This is what we are doing. Solutions and tools for the present times to support the future generations so they're set up for success in the future. So happy International Women's Day, Vanessa. And thank you so much
Heidi.
for sharing your light and your love here this day. I appreciate everything that you've done and all your experiences. And I am so excited to be working with you in the future and now. It's amazing. So
I'm
good.
honored. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yay. Amazing. All right. Fantastic. So we're going to get back to you too. All right. I'm going to invite Saul in now. She is the founder and CEO of B, and she's been a buddy of mine for at least a decade, running through tipping points in the Amazon rainforest and Indigenous relations supports, children, music, art, all the good stuff. So, would you introduce yourself and tell us what you do and why you do that work in the world, please?
Sure. First, I'd like to thank everyone on this broadcast for having me and sitting amongst incredible women. Some I know, some I am getting to know, and some I'm getting to know better. Wow, I can't wait to talk to some of you after this. So thank you for bringing us together. I do want to acknowledge my mother and grandmothers and our ancestors, men and women, who, thanks to, we are here, and the children to come, who we are doing this for. I'm honored on this World Women's Day. I started as a child and feel that I'm still that child, just grown up and growing up still. And I'm third generation performing artist musician. My grandmother was a singer. My father and mother were in the music industry, and I have been performing as an actress, singer, dancer since the age of 4. And as a child, there was a song that I sang called Together, which became UNICEF's 50th anniversary anthem. And I believed that by singing that song, I was actually helping all the children in the world who were either less fortunate than me or needed something. And as I grew up and traveled the world, I realized that there are still hungry children somewhere out there in the world, not to mention other atrocities. And my family had always taught me peace, love, and harmony. And I believed all the songs like We Are the World, like Imagine, like uh, How Many Roads. I mean, lots of music was just, it runs in my veins, and it's how I see the world. And it actually became the guiding foundations of why I do and what I do, which is to try and bring people together and also to understand that that's the only way we're going to be able to make the world a better place. My biggest dream is to be a mother, and I would like to have a better world for my kids. I believe that the best way is to have role models, and through modeling, we can educate and inspire one another at every age and every stage of life, actually, to learn and change and be the change we want to see in the world. And it led me to actually take the formulas of music and understand the mathematics behind it. And eventually it led me to technology and understanding systems and whole systems thinking got me to finally be able to understand how we could use technology for good, use technology to connect, and like the mycelial network of nature, really share our resources and wisdom and knowledge better. And that's how I got to meet you, Heidi. Actually, it was thanks to technology and music, and it was International Peace Day, I believe. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we're coming full circle.
Mm-hmm. Yay. I love it. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, your work is always so passionate, and um, I want the viewers to know that everyone on this call is investing their own money and their own time and their own, resources. And we're very resourceful. Saul reminded me of this earlier. We're very resourceful. And, um, when God tells us something to do, or our inner guidance system nudges us in the direction of something, and we say yes to that nudge, a whole other world opens up. And it's one based in faith and trust and beauty and grace. And I just wanted people to know that Saul is a perfect example of living like that. And I just want to really thank you for that. I see you. I thank you for your dedication. The beautiful thing about activists is you can't shut us up. you know we're active, and it's good for us to be active. And I want to encourage our audiences to get more active. Try it on, feel into it, dance it, sing it, walk it, talk it, shout it, whatever, write it. And these women are presented to you this evening so you can see what we look like, because we come in all shapes and sizes, colors and ways of being, and we're all needed in this time here. So Saul, thank you. I'm really looking forward to exploring your tech and what you have created with the Power of Love tour, because we're going to be providing solutions and strategies for the people so that they can move en masse and to have everything that they need to be able to take care of business right now. So I want to just acknowledge that's coming from you, and we're have more broadcasts in the future. My question for you now is, what does the Power of Love mean to you?
Wow. I love that question.
Uh-huh.
To me, everything sources from love, and life is love. When you actually peel back the layers, it's like the operating system almost. Anything that I've ever done that I've just, maybe had a theoretical thought about all of this. How do we do it? Do we have a chance? Is there hope? Can we seek peace? Will we find it in our lifetimes? Tons, almost any question. How do we get there? Everything I tried. The only time that the formula balanced was when it came with and from love. And that was what it equated. And not just the emotion, I want to say. It's more than the emotion. I was talking to someone today about Sustainable Sundays, on Sustainable Sundays, about coming out of thawing out from winter to spring, from the hibernation, and that springtime has the opportunity for the whatever is fertilized, right, and has pollinated enough to come to life and chooses to come to life and finds the opportunity in that moment to come to life. Well, that, to me, it could only have been fertilized from love. And that's just another metaphor. So to me, love is the power of love is the power of life, and the power we have to choose what kind of life we want to be, to see, to have in our world, and to start by leading with being an example of that. And the inspiration ripples out like water. Water is life. Water is love too. So to me, the power of love is everything. It's also the meaning. It gives meaning to wake up in the morning and do and be in this world, and it is beautiful.
Yep. Amazing. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I also feel inclined to just bless you with your dreams coming true. And thank you for sharing them with us and the people who are hearing in this broadcast. Yeah. Bless you, sister. All right. Good stuff.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Okay. Fantastic. We be rocking and rolling now. All right. Our next guest on this panel is Reverend Christina Valenzuela. And she's a new U.S. Navy corpsman. She's a CEO and founder of Metaphysical Medic and the creator of Iovine, which I met her over her medicine, and it is divine. Christina, tell us who you are, what you do, and why you do that in the world. Please and thank you. I'm so
I
happy.
really appreciate the question. I feel like those of us that are really passionate about work just get lost in it and don't really have the opportunity a lot of times to really state themselves and their passions, everything that fuels you into doing the work that you do. And the corpsman is a medic for the United States Navy. I was deployed in '03, and it being in the military, I'm a lot of different people altogether. I'm a LGBT woman. I am a Puerto Rican woman. I'm a Hawaiian woman. I'm an American, and I'm a military woman. And I'm a healer. Out of all of those things, I'm a healer. And that healing, the passion for healing, just came from, I mean, seeing all seeing the energies, the violent energies and the oppressive energies and the impoverished energies around the world in my deployments. And it really does impress upon the consciousness of human beings that have experienced that have borne that witness. and really are impassioned to correct it. And such is my case. The corpsman is the healing person for the Marine Corps battalions when they deploy. Marine Corps don't have a medical. So going out and really understanding what power is and how it can affect people around you and how it can weaken people around you what depending on the intention. And what I've seen is just travesty. And what I've done is created Metaphysical Medic as a translation of different healing modalities from the Eastern and Western modalities combined. And so I found that with that in my own arsenal with regards to healing veterans and the patients that came into my service was just a more well-rounded offering, health offering that was just much more much more productive. And to bring plant medicine into that, God's medicine, medicine from source, and to understand source and your own belongingness to this planet as much as this planet belongs to you, and all of humanity and the crawlers and the walkers, like grandmother pointed out. Um, and the plants themselves with regards to my innovation of the ayahuasca copy vine as a natural serotonin booster to treat PTSD and depression in those that have initially served the government with regards to first responders, firefighters, police, but active duty military, as the innovations are urinalysis safe. And that serotonin boost of the ayahuasca copy vine is just earth love, planet love that is meant for our healing and our betterment. And seeing the things that I've seen and bearing witness to grandmother ayahuasca in ceremonial settings myself, getting that download from her. I'm the inventor of these things, but I've never invented anything in my life before this. And with that communion with the planet, to task me with these innovations and bringing them about with no previous knowledge. I wish I was a builder. I've heard amazing experiences in this room, and I just don't have them. If it doesn't concern healing, put me on the sidelines, honestly. But that spiritual healing is what's missing in Western medicine. And the concept of chi, or energetic balances or imbalances, called chronic post-traumatic stress disorder or the like. But the medicines, as we come through, is the reason, and the things that I've seen is the reasons why I am dedicated to helping provide humanity and the planet, honestly, with the education that I was, I don't know, chosen with. I don't know, but to grant that education to others so that they can find healing, so that we can rebalance ourselves as a human nation, and to really, and that's really what love is to me, is love. I mean, what is the planet Venus? What is it's such an enormous concept that I've seen a mother take a car off of her infant. I've seen it, as a first responder. And I've seen uh, love push me to incredible feats of challenging things like post-traumatic stress disorder, and challenging, just much like the other women on the panel and yourself, Heidi, challenging what is considered this social norm and saying, I'm not going to stand for it. I just can't, and I won't. And I'm going to do what I can do in order to bring betterment into this human experience for all of us. That's what love means to me. And it's so powerful that us as a human collective can use it as our arsenal with healing, with defense, with offense of anything we come across. And together, sharing this information with everybody else is really what love is about, to change someone's current experience and to make it better for that karmic exchange, so that all of us as a body, as a collective, can experience a higher frequency and more beauty in this life for all of us, not just those that are blessed in first world countries or in loving relationships and families or with monetary blessings, for everyone, for
Mm-hmm.
everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Aho. Absolutely. And you went right into the power of love question. So good job. Like, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Christina. Christina is a teammate and helping with the homelessness, the veterans, the plant medicine, recovery strategies for addictions. And she's just a upstanding, beautiful human. I'm so grateful to have met you, and I'm so grateful that you're here this evening. Thank you so much for bringing in your, your path. Everybody's path is different, and we honor each other's paths because we need all of us. A diverse team is a good team. We got to have all kinds of people and all kinds of perspectives to be able to see what's coming, what's been, how we're getting to the next place. So just thanking you and honoring you for your lifetime, for your service. And, we all know 500 vets are being released every month with no place to live. Support services have been cut. It's time for us to step up into the roles as
Better reality.
bigger caregivers. We've got it in us to do this. We take more care. Things are going to rock and roll better for everybody. So, Christina, thank you so much for being on the panel. Stick around. We've got a couple more women to hear from, and then we're going to do a little round robin and learn something about women's rights and how we got to where we are at right now. I want to thank you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Yay. All right, amazing. Our next guest is Meryl Holmes, and I believe that Susie Chaffee and Meryl are in the same square on your television set this day. I had the opportunity. Thank you. I had the opportunity to meet Meryl when I visited her home in up on top of a beautiful mountain overlooking a beautiful city. And she has a very strong artistic and humanitarian environmental background herself. And so, Meryl, welcome to the room. Can you please tell us who you are and what work it is you do in the world and why, please?
Thank you, Heidi. I was born as an artist entrepreneur, and my mother said if I wasn't to marry wealthy, I better get myself into the service position of helping society. So that was kind of my background. My parents met when my mother was 10 and my father was 13, and she fell in love with him and said, I'm going to marry him. And that was the foundation of our family. We had a big family of relatives, and there was a lot of power of love that I was involved with as a kid growing up. So it gave me the foundation, which I find that unfortunately in our country today, we don't have that. The latch door kids and everything like that, they didn't have the family, they were broken up. And that's the power of love comes from the nucleus of the family. And I think we really need to get that back in a big way, and be able to honor the mother and the father as in the Ten Commandments, and I feel very grateful that I am on this mountain of Silicon Valley, overlooking the think tank of the universe at this time.
Right.
I did have the honor of bringing artists in the 90s that were icons in their own, like Arthur Miller and Ken Kesey and Norman Mailer and so forth. And what I did is I brought them with scientists and had them collaborate And I had them also be able to see what is happening here to predict what would be happening in the future, because the future is so important for our society. So, I created Silicon Valley Institute of Art and Technology in the 90s when I had a 12,000 square foot gallery downtown. And I had this 20-acre property overlooking all of Silicon Valley. And I'm trying to create this as a think tank for artists and scientists to work together to help create a better world, because right now I'm living in a beautiful environment with all these great opportunities, but we have the world around us, even just in the nucleus of San Francisco Bay, you know, that has been challenged. And we have citizens that are homeless, and we have other people that have great wealth and no wealth. And so what it is we need to find a balance that everybody wins, and that's kind of where we're at now. And Power of Love is the nucleus, because if you have love, you have hope and you have opportunities. And
Beautiful.
thank you.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much, Meryl. So,
Thank
if you were to answer, what does the power of love mean to you? What would you say?
Well, I'd say right now, this movement that we're doing with
Mm-hmm.
you and Lawrence and Susie and Natalie and all you wonderful women that have done such great accomplishments in life. But we're here to continue that because we're here for a reason. And if you believe in the power of love, you believe in the power of God. God
Right.
and love are the same. And so once we have that foundation, we have the force that we need to move ahead. And so we all have certain talents. I heard a long time ago at a commencement, the meaning of life is to find your gift, and and the purpose of life
Yes.
is to give it. So that's what should be our mantra.
I love
You know,
it.
thank you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. That's beautiful,
Thank
Meryl.
you.
I want to
Appreciate you all.
honor, I mean, we just scratched the surface of this woman's life. She has done some massive sculpture work, and she has been an advocate for empowerment her entire life. She's a beautiful woman. So,
I thank you, Heidi, and I just want to say one other word. I
sure.
am honored to be working with an extremely powerful woman who has been a great influence in this world. Whether it's positive or negative, she is a great influence, and that's Roseanne Barr. And we
Nice.
are partners on a TV channel and TV series that will be coming out soon. And
Amazing.
this woman is awesome, and she's brilliant, and she's honest, and she's innovative, and she puts the truth right out on in front of your face, and either you can handle it or you can't, but at least you know what it is. And I am just in awe of her and an honor to be a partner with her,
Oh,
and so I welcome you all to, experience us and be part of, the series in some way.
amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Meryl. Yes, beautiful. And that's it, right? A life well lived, knowing your purpose, your mission, paying attention to your inner guidance system. What's God telling you to do? How do you feel to move in the world that's going to be more powerful? There's, I want to thank Meryl for everything that she has going on and for everything she's doing, and bless you for the future, Meryl. I love you
Thank
and
you so much.
I respect you too. Thank you. Yay. Okay, amazing. The next guest that we have is Susie Chaffee. And I met her through Chief Arvo Looking Horse. And she is a Olympian who invented ski dancing. And you might know her from the 80s. She was the chapstick model on all of the magazine covers that I remember as a girl. And she's just an outstanding human who has given me personally so many accolades. I don't even know what to do with them. She's just a generous, beautiful, loving, wonderful woman, an athlete, and amazing. So, Susie, welcome to the room. Can you please tell everybody who you are, what is the work you do, and why?
Well, one, I want to honor you for helping put this all together with Lawrence Freiberg, and
Pleasure.
our greatest host in the world. That is, she's the crazy glue, Meryl.
Crazy for sure.
Crazy glue that brought our team all together to give birth to this new paradigm, and that Arville Looking Horse, the prophet of the tribes, put us, Heidi and me, together, and I mean, here we are fulfilling that. It's amazing, and it's so nice being around a group like ours, because I don't know about you, but I always felt like I was the black sheep of the family. Like I was listening to my intuition and everybody was following society and they were looking at me sideways. In fact, they called me Daffy Chaffy on the Olympic team for using plastic boots that don't hurt you and cause bone spurs. Hey, and you know, since I was a little kid, like 6 years old, my first coach says, "You're a pretty little thing, but you'll never make it." And I learned a lesson in life that you got to what do you call them?
Invent yourself.
Recycle that, you know, anger and put down and sadness, and not wear it, but use it as fuel. And that's what I did all the way to the Olympics. And then I was able to use that position to be able to do great good for others. And like Title IX, asking me to lead the Title IX March. But it was interesting, and what the power of love and teamwork and having wonderful enlightened men behind you, I was able to actually get it enforced, not by leading the Title IX March, not by setting up the meeting at the White House with Vice President and Billie Jean King and her lawyers came, but by skiing with Birch Bayh, who wrote the bill. It's equal opportunities for women in sports and education in schools. And they had 1% of the budget until 7 years later. I went skiing with the author of it, Birch Bayh, and he said, "You got to go skiing with Ted Kennedy. He's the head of the Senate Health Committee." And everybody's talking about, oh, the women want to be on the men's football team, and, you know, and putting us down like that. And I said, the right to sport is the right to health. And he agreed on the chairlift. He says, my sisters got those opportunities and they got their whole family healthy. So it saved $1 trillion in healthcare. And then I found out that it actually increased the workforce by 30%. And it increased the GDP by 3 trillion.
Wow.
Giving us a break to do actually what the women did in World War II. We were the heroes, according to this PBS show recently. Excuse me, I'm a little excited about this. I've only been working on this for maybe 75 years. So here's to you.
Fantastic.
But you know, they were given equal pay and childcare so they could build all the armament, and they got the letters to they solved that one to the guys in the front line, so their morale was up, and the women grew organic foods at the home because there wasn't enough food supply at the grocery store. So we were actually apparently the heroes of that war, as much as the men, if not, well, not teamwork, right?
Yeah.
So this new plan will help us finally get what JFK gave us, the law, equal pay for women, in 1962, but it has never been enforced, so it never happened. So I'm going to tell you at the end this strategy of how we can make that happen in November, because we are now the majority, better educated than the men, but we need their heroic visionary support, like wonderful Lawrence Freiberg and this whole network with the power of love is so beautiful.
Mm.
And I finally found a family that understands me and vice versa, that have this passion to give back from these wonderful, lot of things that we have been blessed with.
Mhm.
And that is actually the greatest joy in the world. And I found if you go through a lot of hell, like, breaking through these glass ceilings, that it turns out to be the greatest gift to you. Like being put down for my brothers who said, you know, if you win a women's race, it really doesn't count because you're a girl.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, and when I was negotiating with Hart Ski Company, the president says, "Oh, Susie, what do you need the money for? You're going to marry a rich guy." And then they go, "Okay, we'll pay you as if you're going to be an old maid." And just so many of those things that today's kids have no idea all the stupidity that we had to break through the ceiling. And so many of them are you,
Mm.
the pathfinders in your fields. And that's what's so beautiful, that we have all come together. And these rock stars, we're going to have fun doing it, at those events that are going to raise all this money. So all the great things that we are doing are finally going to get funded, because it seems like an inside club, a lot of these foundation support things.
Yep.
I don't know if you've run into it, but
Yep. You're here.
so I'm going to give you that strategy. And by the way, it was Edgar Casey
Mhm.
who was guiding FDR to give women equal pay and to tell people to pray on the evening of D-Day. That was really up in the air how that was going to go. So that two combinations helped win the war. He had all Americans praying, using the power of prayer and love. There's so
Mm.
much
Mm.
in that. Right. And one little other thing is, I got involved with Chief Arvo Looking Horse was my ski student. And then we asked him, the CAI thought there was going to be violence at the 2002 Olympics, this greatest force for peace. And so I asked him to guide this ceremony, and we did it perfectly. It was the day before the opening, and it went smoothly. And he had this, but this all happened because I moved to Telluride, and I was introduced to this guy that ghost busted the museum, this Lakota. And I go, "Oh, that's a spiritual guy. I want to exchange the wisdom of the mountain for the joy of skiing with you." And he said, "Okay." And I taught him like 360s in a row. His first day, we fell in love. I learned all about this beautiful other world that our ancestors all knew. And he then, in appreciation, he was being interviewed on the radio, sang this snow dance song when they had no snow for the following Christmas. And it snowed. And then Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary asked him to open his concert. And because giving back to Mother Earth, like most women, she wants to give even more generosity for the snow. And it snowed like cats and dogs, saved them. The owner of the ski area wanted to give him a season's pass, gave him, and then and hire him for the marketing. And he said, "These ceremonies are not for sale. But Susie and I would like to start a native ski program." And we brought the youths back, and there was this love between us and speaking from the heart. And they ended up doing a friendship circle dance, and everybody was crying because it was so beautiful. And that helped spread across the US and Canada, 25,000 kids having a chance to ski at about 60 ski areas. But COVID dried up most of our programs. So we've been organizing some of the most gifted elders and multi-faith earth healers to unite to do ceremonies during these major love events, which was the opening ceremonies of Italy's Olympics. Did you feel that? And yesterday's the opening of the Paralympics, which gives life back, to enjoy, and for the whole family of all these wounded warriors, wounded athletes. And so anyway, those are the things I want to share, that this could help solve a climate change problem that the Nobel Prize winner from Stanford urged the world to share skiing with Native kids because it inspires the elders to lead snow dances that have been ending droughts for eons. But starting it in 1960, Walt Disney doing it to save the 1960 Olympics, that was the beginning of what I carried on and saved 2 Olympics by organizing these events. And I was given the IOC Climate Action Award by the United States. But you goddesses are bold and believing in action, and that's who I want to work with. You're my family.
No, we love you,
Natalie.
Susie. Thank you for everything. And I just want the audience to know that my favorite part about Susie's story is when she told me that the reason why she was inventing ski dancing and dancing down the mountain was to give love and support and care to Mother Earth so that more snow. Okay.
That's how I
When I
feel.
heard that, I was like, this woman is amazing. And it never dawned on me that an Olympian could have such an altruistic reason for why she is doing what she does. And so I want to honor your spirit, Susie, tonight on International Women's Day for your perseverance in your craft, for leading for women everywhere, and for continuing to stand in solidarity to this day for what and who you are and what you do in the world. So thank you, Susie Chaffee. I love you. I
May
thank
I
you.
say, it's the greatest joy in the world, giving back. And that's one of the great gifts we could give to people, to help them feel that, at an earlier age, ideally.
Yes, that is the
It's
whole
like,
point to this broadcast. Let's go, people.
yeah.
We can do
And you can get things done in the world with honey more, with love and sharing
love.
sports or
Yes.
sharing music together. That really helps get things done, even more so, like I did with Title IX, than having to organize a huge march.
Right.
So we could go right to the people with a heart, with most visionary people with heart and want to act and get things done. Those are the people we got to work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to work with 8 billion people right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, I appreciate you. I'm going to, Susie, thank you for everything that you have done, are doing, and will do in the future. And thank you for being on the broadcast with us this evening. I love you so much. So we're going to talk a little bit more about Title IX in just a minute here. I would like to introduce our last speaker, guest this evening, Destiny. Hi, Destiny. How are you? Welcome to the World Room of Power of Love Tour International Women's Day broadcast. I am your host, Heidi Little, and I am co-producing the Power of Love Tour movement with Lawrence Freiberg and all of you, because it takes us all to make this happen. Standing in our power, standing in our voices, our choices, making sure we're writing things down, paper trailing it, sending it in is a massive solution. I know we're in the streets and we are rising, and that is wonderful. This structured society moves by paperwork and by making active trails, paper trails, and submitting them and making sure that we keep track of things. So very different way for most of us to be thinking about things. So just planting that seed right now. Okay, so Destiny Slauson is on the Power of Love team, and she has a company called Unique Global. And she has also been super helpful in the lightworking world and in energetics. So, hi, Destiny. Welcome to the room. Can you tell everybody who you are, what the work you do in the world is, and why, please?
Yes. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being here. I want to make sure you can hear me clearly. So I just want to say how honored I am to be in this moment because I'm feeling the love and the presence of all of the strong women on this call. My chi here is just bubbling with so much energy. And my joy about being on this team has been to help be an ambassador for the mission that all of our hearts are here to serve for the next wave of humanity, to reawaken or remember that when we can work together on these larger causes, it's so much more impactful as a unit and as a team, which is what our unique global mission is about: raising consciousness through multiple industries, kind of an embassy of light workers and people who share the future Earth mission or ancient Earth mission, and bringing it all together. So the power of love is really important to my soul, to, be inspired and mentored by a lot of these, really impactful missions that everybody has here together as pieces of the puzzle. And right now, my personal focus and drive is about uniting with other light working, energy conscious, and golden era soul to be able to bring the music and the frequency from the cosmic ethers into the earth to vibrate this purity that really just comes in through just pure sound, the pure love of our, creator, and in resonance of the earth's harmonic tones. And, finding Lawrence, finding Heidi, and finding everybody united in the same mission is, I see it weaving like this perfect infinity loop. And, the honor of the, Pachamama, Earth Mother, and divine womb and divine woman energy today has just been pouring through. And I'm just, grateful to just see how it's unfolding through everybody, since we started 3 months ago. So really excited to just continue to follow the flow.
And if I ask you, what does the power of love mean to you? What's your answer?
Yeah, so the power of love means it's like what I see and feel is the actual currency of how we are flowing through our soul energy. So the love is how we're emitting it, but the power is the actual current of, the rod going like a lightning. So I think that it's the new fuel. It's always been there, but if people can really tune and tap into it, it helps open doors that all of the other resources can't.
Amazing. I'm like, got it. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Hey, I want to thank you for your trust and faith in the universe and what you're doing with your work in the world. It's an honor to be working with you on the Power of Love tour and the movement and everything that's going on. Thank you for embodying what you embody and carry what you carry, your energetic signature here. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. So, the power of love, what it means to me is taking a sovereign breath and a moment for self to be able to play in the world with each other. It means to me trusting that what is making your heart and your soul sing, what makes your blood zing in your veins, what calls you forward is for you. It's a gift. It's a given. It's who and what you are. And my most beautiful prayer right now would be for everyone on this earth to be able to tap into their heart and breathe the breath of love and ask, what's the best thing? What's the next best thing? And to continue to be able to move forward in that space. I believe we are love. And I believe that love is calling us out loud and clear right now. It's undeniable. The call is so loud. And so I want to honor what everyone has to go through to be that, to allow that to be what their life is. Once we say yes to something like that, everything changes. All of a sudden, every heartbeat and every breath is valuable. Every interaction, everything we do. And it's so powerful that even just the thoughts that we have are changing things for us. The actions that we take are changing things. And they do change things. I've been a musician and a heart-based educator, what they call social emotional learning, since 1993. And I've been a single mom since I was 16. I was married, of course. I have 3 kids now, and I'm doing it again. And I have seen women in every position, from drugged up on the streets to literally shaking hands with Queen Elizabeth. And I would say that love, if we let it flow through us, we can be and do anything. Anything at all. Anything we think of that we could possibly want. And I think that we have been told by society that there are limitations, there are boundaries, there are labels. And I say, to heaven with all of that. So, bless you this day, on this International Women's Day. And bless your work in the world. Bless your families, your community. Bless your energetic frequency going out and touching mine and everybody else here in this room and everyone else across the planet. One woman's hurt is the hurt of us all. And we are still dealing with severe abuse. And then we are also dealing with severe wins. So let's focus on bringing in grace, victory, alignment, integrity, power, unity, our humanity, our environment. Let's focus on what we have in common, our children, our future generations. And don't worry about any of it. It's a doing time. It's a power time. It's a let's go time. There has never been a better time than right now. And I want to thank all y'all for everything that you have and everything that you're doing and everything you're going to do and all that we are going to be together. So the Power of Love Tour is a strategies and solutions tools tour for the people. And we have gathered many, many people, many projects, many organizations, many solutions that make perfect sense for what's happening right now. There are people here who've been working on this stuff for years who are ready to rock and roll and plug in the solutions. So this is the plan. People can go to poweroflovetour.com and see how things are shaping up. And we are aiming for massively beautiful things from now through 2030. Pace yourselves. Drink lots of water. Take good care of yourself. And what I'm going to do now is just open us up for the next few minutes here. Susie, I'd like for you to start us off talking about the Title IX thing. I have created a solution for air, water, and soil pollution that could be used by anyone on Earth to hold accountable anyone who is endangering the lives of our children, present, and future. And I think that if we move en masse with this document, a lot can change, and very quickly. The key to change is, in my experience, through courts and laws and all of that stuff, is through paperwork, paper trails, emails, making sure we have everything, and we're sending them in. It's fine to document or see something and put it on social media, but that's not admissible in a court of law. What's admissible is literally writing down what you have seen, what you are experiencing, and submitting it. And if it's abuse in any way, I think that that's solid, right? If it's not taking care of our children and our future generations, then it needs to change, because we're in a predicament right now. Saul and I have been working on Tipping Point 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Grandmother Crossbear 15. We are on a course that needs to be corrected. It's going to take everybody. So, Susie, can you step in with what you wanted to just talk about? We only have a couple of minutes left of the broadcast. Just talk a little bit about what we got going on, and then I would like to open it up for other people to talk about any immediate solutions that they have as well. Susie Chappie, what you got?
Okay, well, the way to get equal pay is through the ERA, which was passed by Biden 4 days before he left. And it needs to be enforced, but under the leadership, I vote for the best person. Under the leadership, we need to get women's rights back. And this is really, if we get ERA passed, because we have the majority, we have the, women are really sway these elections. They really get out to vote more than others. And so if we can each, talk to spread this solution, because ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment, will provide the food, women equal pay, childcare, so that they can feed 35 million children or families that are hungry, and restore the human rights, and pay for a renewable powered America, which, like Norway, which is equal. And we have more fires because we're only 24% renewable powered. And Norway, they got so much money from equal pay for women that they have 98%. So, in the Scandinavian countries. So this is really important. And the way to get it enforced, Kamala came up with, is by posting the salaries of the job online. And if the company does not enforce that, then they will have to pay 1% of last year's profits, something like that. But there's got to be a penalty. That's why we haven't had equal pay like JFK got passed the law. So you saw how getting things enforced, having teeth in things, is the key to the whole thing. And because we are, guess what? 37th in equal pay around the world. Our smart, incredible women don't know that they are 37th, and they're getting actually half the pay of men, according to the 2020 census. And I have the links, and I did a write-up that Heidi has, that they can learn about this and share this. But everybody, a lot of people thinks it's only 20%. And then, so it's 50%, half, and then minorities lower than that. How do you feed the people on those, not having that protected? And we have to together make sure that in the next election that the House and the Senate works, so that we can actually get those things done for women, and pass the best ideas of the Republicans, get the best of all worlds, coming together, helping the people. And having fun doing it, like we're doing these great concerts that you're organizing, and coming together and with love songs that vibrate and lift the vibration of the planet, which helps solve the weather because it brings Mother Earth in harmony, that purifies her body and restores those natural cycles. So this is like a model for the rest of the world to follow of how we can restore our planet, have no more fires, have enough food for all, and pay for all these other health issues, because the health of the body and the health of the environment is all together. And
Absolutely.
so
Yep.
bless you for doing all that.
Yeah, bless
So-
you. Thank you. So ERA, equal rights, what is it? Equal Rights Amendment? No.
Yes.
Equal Rights
Yes.
Amendment. Okay. And so I want the public to know we are creating the new way. The old way got us here. And so far, I'd say we're, in a bit of a mess. So the new way is based in love, care, and respect. It takes care of people and their basic human needs. We should not have people in the streets with no homes, sick, children, trafficking, all of the stuff. Okay. So it's time for a complete cleaning house of what's happening and to move into what we know is right. The moms, the dads, the sisters, the aunties, the grandmas, the grandpas, the brothers, the nieces, the nephews, and the sisters. We are good people and we are here. We are rising. We are doing the thing. So the key here is to change a system and to change the way a system works. We have to do it by the book. It has to be, the word has power, spoken word, written word. When we send something in, there's an energy to that. Anything that we put our attention on grows. So we want to put our attention into what's going to solve the issues. We want the solutions, we want the tools. That's what the power of love is going to bring to you. Music, experiences, solutions, and tools. That's what it's for. And we're bridging grassroots with mainstream, which has never been done before. And everyone on this planet right now has PTSD in some way. We are all dealing with a lot of emotions. We are all sickened by what we have realized we are living in. And we are all very much so ready to, boots on the ground, hearts open, game on, let's do the thing. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on our International Women's Day broadcast and the launch of our Power of Love tour movement and television experience. I want to thank Hubcast for having us and sponsoring us today. And everybody can check out the poweroflovetour.com. We're going to put up the information from Susie Chaffee on the ERA. Other solutions are already there. You can start taking a look and seeing what's available. The thing is going to continue to grow. There's so many people with so many good things they've created. We can definitely do this. So, round robin, one word to gift to the world tonight. Go. We'll just go in synchro destiny. Unmute yourselves, pick a word, and then my name is Heidi Little, signing off. Love you, thank you, respect you, God bless you in every way. I'm going to say freedom.
I was going to say that.
I'm going to say sovereignty.
Censored.
Joy.
I choose joy.
Peace.
I'm going to say do.
Oneness.
All right. The power of love is in your control. Shannon Crossberry, you got a word?
I have too many words, but
About love.
I would like to offer this little short poem to people as we leave. Okay.
Yep.
Because we've talked a lot about a lot of things, right? Some things that are tough, but
Yep.
I want you to remember this. And this was written by Christine Belcourt, who is an Ojibwe woman. And I'm going to share her words. All the prayers of all the mothers since the beginning of time, while they carried babies in their wombs, exist now in the beds of rivers. And when the sturgeon and the salmon come to spawn, they find the clean places where those prayers lie, and they lay their eggs into them. All the prayers of all the mothers since the beginning of time, when they carried babies in their wombs, exist now, deep within the rich soil. And when the rains come drenching the earth, the trees drink them up and breathe them back out to the world for us. Do not carry fear in your hearts for the world to come, for fear is the killer of new ideas and fresh thoughts. Rest easy, my relatives, and remember all the prayers of all the mothers since the beginning of time, while they carried babies in their wombs, exist now, embedded deep within the soil. And when the rains come, drenching the earth, the trees drink them up and breathe them back out into the world for us.
Freedom for all women and care and love this day.
Breathe in, breathe out, love and light your way. Yeah, yeah. I believe humanity can be greater as we see that we are breaking the 3 cardinal laws. Do no harm to myself, do no harm to others, do no harm to our precious Mother Earth. Do no harm to myself, do no harm to others, do no harm to our precious Mother Earth. Gonna be kind to myself, gonna be kind to others, gonna be kind to our precious Mother Earth. Gonna be kind to myself, gonna be kind to others, gonna be kind to my precious Mother Earth. Breathe in, breathe out, let your little light shine. Oh yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, love and light your way.